All right, you were talking about Dana White with Donald Trump and Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Disgusting. 3 punks. Oh, you know what? I just fucked up. No, you're going correct. Keep going. When you get to 49, take a left. Anyway, yeah, Dana White lying and saying that I actually threatened you when it was an Irish or an English accent on the phone. You heard of Jonathan, did you?
Yeah, that was not your voice.
Yeah, not even close. So I wonder what this, what the statute of limitations is on suing TMZ and Dana White trying to throw me under the bus. Anyway, Dana, I'm coming out punching again. I'm gonna punch you as Dave Huckabee. I'm gonna allow him leg kicks, and what I'm gonna do is I'll trade leg kicks for my right hand. And I say that my right hand is so fast, it doesn't really matter how powerful it is. It gets there and it breaks some of them collarbones, like when I fought Mama Pua. And you were talking about Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, he's got hands.
You got hands? Congratulations, Tom. You got hands on the ground. Throw me a bone, Tom. Give yourself a $5 million paycheck before I'm a billionaire, after I win a Nobel Prize for discovering the magical effect of stevia that Diego Sanchez figured out and took advantage of. He survived for 5 rounds against BJ Penn, and I'm saying it was because the stevia gave him horsepower, gave him...
He wouldn't have lasted 1 round without stevia.
No, he was taking the ass whooping. BJ Penn is that good. Anyhow, yeah, Tom Aspinall, do a hands-only fight with me. I'm 56 years old, and no, I'm not gonna call you out. Is he pretty cool?
He's cool. You should call out, like, I don't know, Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, Chuck Liddell. I'm gonna post this one. I think I mentioned your name in a prior video. I would pay you $5 to $10 million to give me a chance to find your chin with my superior hand speed. And Randy Couture. I like both of you guys. Who I don't like is Tito Ortiz. Tito, I'll tell you what, I think you're a punk. You like Donald Trump. Your entire attitude is fucked. We got into a little altercation on that Instagram account. And when I found out you were a MAGA Republican, the things I said drew him out. He didn't have to respond.
Yeah.
But he didn't like what I said, so he did. Anyways, I would knock you the fuck out, homeboy, dog, my nigga. Yeah, I was talking with Andrew. He responded, and he said that he didn't like being called a nigger, and I said my nigga to him one time, right? That was like friendship. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody needs a my nigga in their life. I don't know what you think, but do you have any my niggas in your life?
I've had plenty of them, yeah.
Okay. Do you actually say what's up, my nigga?
I never got given the pass, so I don't, but I know Snubs gave me the pass.
Well, I'm not talking, I'm talking whites say to themselves, you know, anybody. Yeah, you want to get into the left-hand lane and just get through this as quickly as you can. Anyways, Dana White with Donald Trump, a fucking molester. I bet you he was on that island with Jeffrey Epstein. I bet you that's why they murdered Jeffrey Epstein and made it look like a suicide. I bet Donald Trump is a child molester on Ivanka, the way he talks. The fact that so many white MAGAs support him when in fact everything that he's touched has turned to shit. So be careful, man. Be careful in this, Dana. Me saying on my trip, we're living a game, and I figured it out. I have the key to the house. I have Stevie turning water into a fuel inside the blender. You should put a teaspoon or a tablespoon, put a tablespoon of pure Mood and Mind stevia into a blender, a third full. It'll triple in size. If you don't make it a third and it's a full blender, it'll eventually blow the top off the blender. The blender will start to struggle because water is splitting apart into a natural gas. They can actually make engines to run off that Elon Musk. The fact that I'm losing weight and I'm not even working out is amazing. I'm sitting on my ass, and you sample what I'm eating. If I eat like that constantly, shouldn't that make me gain weight?
Just pesto, steak,
and chicken and cheese
and frappes.
Oh yeah, living the life.
But yeah, you're slimming down. I saw your your pants are starting to not fit you as good.
Yeah. Well, I can actually see my pee-pee again, man. My belly was so big. There was a time when I had to lean over, and I think if Dana White had the stones to trade with Tito, he should fight you if he thinks he can box. Oh, Dana White was going to throw punches with Tito?
Oh yeah, back in the day, he called him out to a fight.
Oh wow.
They had a beef, and Dana White challenged Tito to a fight, but Tito didn't show up. So I'm saying, if Dana was going to fight Tito, why not fight you?
Oh, Dana White, you're a fucking punk. Straight up. Your story that you came up hard scrabble in Boston and then came out to Las Vegas. You were the progeny. I bet you one of the Fertittas is your dad. And, there's some kind of relationship going on. Anyhow, I would fuck you up, dude. I would bomb you out. You couldn't even touch me. I could do anything I wanted to you.
Imagine the shot that broke Lapua's collarbone hitting Dana White's bald skull and cracking it like an egg, like Humpty Dumpty.
We could actually, I could do this against Dana White easily. We could sell $100 scripts for people to script how they want the fight to go, and we have a drawing, and the winning script, whatever it was, dance around like Ali. I'm not in that great a shape because I haven't been able to run. I have to go to the doctor. My toe, I stepped both my toes. I haven't cut my big toenails in well over a year. They're growing down, and my left calf is twice as big as my right calf, and I'm not experiencing any pain when I walk, but there's discoloration, and I'm wondering if I'm starting to get like some kind of infection. Anyways, I'm gonna have to get my toenails redirected so I can actually cut them again, and so I don't know if I could dance like Ali for indefinitely, like I could be when I was jump roping for 10 minutes and actually having a conversation with a video, my phone the entire time, talking. That's when Dave Huckabee didn't want to fuck with me. Anybody that can talk and jump for 10 plus minutes is a beast. And I'm getting threatened by some guy that said it's Susan from my previous house, right? We were talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, supposedly this guy with a 619 area code. That's 619 is San Diego, I believe. Said that he's gonna handle me because of it. And I'm like, let's get it on video. Anyhow, Dana White. Who did I start talking to in this video? It was about Donald Trump and Dana White.
Donald Trump, Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
What's he?
what a fucking untalented punk.
I think you can take all three of them at the same time.
Yeah, we could go for a little Juanita's action.
Oh yeah, Dana White. Dana White, Kid Rock, and Donald Trump versus Dan Quinn. And I say you take them all out and then finish it off with Chuck or Tito. How about Tito Ortiz, because he's a punk?
Yeah, I don't like Tito. I never did. In a fight, in just a regular fight, where everything goes, he would bow down and take me down. He wouldn't want to trade punches with me. I'd fuck him up. My hand speed is too fast. I punch too hard. Steven Seagal, what would you do if you were at a counter and you got surrounded in a semicircle by 4 guys? What I did is I threw a vicious, what do they call when you strike behind you with your elbow? A rear naked strike?
I don't know, back elbow?
Something. And according to witnesses that were there, he was taken to the hospital and he had a broken jaw, had to have surgery. But anyways, instead of 4 guys that are attacking me, now there's 3 guys that are like, what the fuck? And boom, boom, boom. I knocked them all out, Steven Seagal. I have better hand speed than you. I'm probably a better athlete than you. I would fight Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an Aikido guy or whatever. I say he doesn't last 1 minute.
He might last longer than that. You know, if Steven Seagal is really he's fighting guys that know how to fight in the movies. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be able to just use one hand and block my shit. I've never seen him kick. He's all upper or body. Yeah, I would fight you, Steven Seagal. You are a conservative POS. Why be conservative? Why, if you have enough, why not spread the wealth so everybody can have fun? Isn't it more enjoyable? It's a lot more safer when everybody's having fun. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
If everybody was having fun and had enough, we wouldn't have these mass shootings.
Yeah.
And these mass shootings are a part of the problem that I saw in Mice when I was 8 years old. Craig Tusher, Deacon Mormon Church. You owe me $5 million. We shook hands on the battlefield, on the football field, the night before we played Lincoln, San Diego, where Steve Taylor that went to Nebraska. Do you remember? Are you too young? When Nebraska won national championships in college football?
A little bit before my time.
Okay. Yeah, Steve Taylor was actually the quarterback that went to Nebraska and won those national championships. And he think about how fast the starting quarterback in a wishbone offense has to be.
Yeah.
You right? And I smashed Steve Taylor in the mouth. It was a quarterback sneak, and John Cannon, my coach, called the perfect play. It was a blitz, a middle linebacker blitz, and I chose a hole, and I met him, and they said they could hear the collision across the street because it was so loud, and I didn't wrap up. I thought I would knock him out or knock him down, and he sprinted to the other sideline, and I beat him there. And he stopped, and I went past him, and he went on to gain 10, 12, 14 yards, and he was tackled. But point is, I missed 2 tackles on somebody who was not as fast as me, and he led Nebraska to 2 national championships. And I was the most dominant white football player to ever step on the field. Dana White, Joe Rogan, Oprah Winfrey. They can make movies. They're gonna make a movie about my life eventually.
Remember what you told me about your astrology sign?
Yeah.
And
I live June 23rd, and I was having sex with this classy, beautiful female in, I forget her name, but she was a brunette, and she lived in San Jose, and it was just too long of a drive to keep going, you know. But she had an astrology book, a thick one, and June 23rd, my birthday, said you live your life like it's in a movie. Like the movie camera is on. And because of that, Dana, I've never done anything in my life to where if somebody saw it, they'd be like, ew, you know, icky, not even close. The fact that I was charged with an attempted rape at Notre Dame, especially when Notre Dame's own priest, his testimony proved that these girls were lying and the stereo wasn't playing so loud that her cries for help couldn't be heard. And in fact, the stereo was off because Patsy McGowan and I were frozen on the couch, holding each other, looking at each other like, what the fuck do we do? Knock, knock, knock. Dan, are you in there? It was the priest of the hall. Anyways, I would never, I'm a grower, not a shower. And on a 6'3" frame, it's embarrassing to actually, what was the, can you describe your attacker, man? Yeah, he's the guy with the really dinky little beep. Not me. Never gonna happen. My first $1 million opportunity, Dana. And I say that Fred Riva was bought off by Notre Dame, maybe not Notre Dame directly, but some alum, somebody that had money, benefited Fred Riva because Fred Riva is supposedly going to be so smart. If Notre Dame's attorneys throw in the towel in legal circles, if you know you have a losing case, if you know that your client is guilty, that's why attorneys said I don't want to hear it. You feel me? Yeah. Because I think they legally can't like go forth. Anyways, yeah, maybe not in a criminal case. A civil case is different. Notre Dame's attorneys told my attorney Chet Zawalek that they had, within $20,000 spent, that they had advised Notre Dame to settle because of that priest's testimony saying that when he knocked, it was silent, and they knew that these girls were lying. And Fred Riva allowed Joan Quinn to panic at $20,000 and throw in the towel. So I guess it was only worth $20,000. You know what the funny thing is? Right now, with my connections in the criminal underworld, I bet you I could get a front of marijuana or methamphetamine that is close to $20,000 from people that I don't even really know directly, but because of my friends, and my word is gold. And Fred Riva, I was reading a piece that a reporter did down in San Diego after Fred Riva died in I think the Baja 1000. He got in a car wreck, and he was supposedly such a good driver. Anyhow, they were talking about him being such a fucking nice, friendly guy and taking walks on the beach with Doris Riva. And I was like, you don't have any idea of the how far from reality that came from the real picture. You know, never, no affection whatsoever, no kissing, no hugging between Doris and Fred Riva. ever that I saw. I know for a fact that Fred Riva told my mom, because she told me that they were having, Fred and Doris were having sex one time, and Doris looked at her watch and said, can you hurry up, because I have a kidney stake or something like that. And yes, you know, yeah, Fred Riva was my arch motherfucking enemy growing up, and I'm looking for an attorney. I'm gonna have the money.
Can you sue him posthumously?
Yeah, I can sue his estate and take it in front of a civil jury, and you only need 51%. And the fact that I got handcuffed to a tree for 4.5 hours, I believe I was 12 years old. 8 years old is a little young. Yeah, I think I was 12. Anyhow, 8 or 12. 4.5 hours. Enough to get you thrown in jail and put it in a protective custody unit, because guys behind bars don't like dudes that hurt children.
And you talked to Mark Brandon about it too, didn't you?
Oh yeah. So I told Mark, and Mark said, "Do you want me to do it?" Just like that. And I was like, "Whoa, this is serious shit." And so Doris Riva, fact not fiction, we can ask Mark Brandon. You know, he's doing 60 years, and him admitting to making the offer of assassinating Fred Riva. If I said yes, I saved Fred Riva 25, 30 years, about 20 to 25 years of making money by saying no. I should have had him done when Mark made gave me the green light, but I didn't take it. Yeah, I think with Melissa, what I'm going to do is try to get some funding and go on a video expedition with, like, I'm sure that we can set it up in Florence, Colorado, if we had attorneys. So that, I mean, they're allowed to have visitors, right? And go visit Spider and Jaime. If Spider and Jaime can't do it together, it would be Spider, since he's the one that made the offer. If I wanted to, I could hook up with his guy, homeboy, one of the original founders of the Nuestra Familia. We're talking about I would have direct access to the border. Think about the quality and the price. I think about it constantly. I should have taken him up on it, but I was thinking about fighting when I got out and not about slinging dope. Anyhow, doing a video with Spider, his brother Jaime. Oh my God, the artwork, the quality, Picasso, right? For real. And I saw it in Charles Demois, Charlie Boots.
That's the Aryan dude.
The Aryan Brotherhood. Yeah, he got 35 years, and he's already murdered 2 people, and he's in the Aryan Brotherhood, and so he's going to do life. He's never going to get out. Charles Demois, Charlie Boots. You have a picture of mine, my 2 sons. I hope you still have it. I hope you didn't throw it away. I hope it wasn't stolen, because it was them playing soccer, and they were like 8 and 10 years old, and they're both beautiful, and it was something that I want back. Like, he was supposedly going to make a sketch and make it look even better, you know, on paper.
Yeah.
And he could do that. He was that talented. It's too bad you threw your life away, homeboy, because 35 years for cooking 1 ounce of dope at a party. This is how they got him. He was bragging. He was at a party. He was trying to get pussy. And he cooked 1 ounce of dope in front of everybody. And they found it on the camera, right? And used it against him. And so he got 35 years to life, I believe, because of his record, which is completely out of line, completely sacramental. You know, like Bryce Peeler getting 35 years because he supposedly pointed a gun at Officer Greg Coet. Yeah, and it's funny, Greg Coet. When I heard Coet, I said, "Is his first name Greg?" Because that's not a very common last name. And Bryce was like, "Yeah." And I said, "You play football at USC?" And Bryce was like, "Yeah, he did." I saw you play, Greg. I was up there. That was my senior year. They were giving me free tickets to home football games. And I was scouting the defense because I planned on starting either with or in front of Jack Del Rio, because I was bigger, faster, and stronger than him as a senior in high school than when he was a senior in college. And I saw you play, and you were a liability. You were not a benefit. But because you were playing only to replace the starter who was injured, I was like, cool, we could actually have a good defense without him. And then I get put on 8 West 200 and hear from Fitz, I don't know his first name, but he's a very cool cop, that Coet could have been in the NFL. I started to laugh. Bullshit. Not a chance. We should be coming up to 49 pretty soon. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this short. I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm going up to get 2 ounces of weed and buy a pound of last year's green bud that's dry and desiccated for $100, because that's the kind of plug that I can get. Yeah, Dana White, fight me, motherfucker. Yeah, go to North Grass Valley, and eventually this will be my home. I will live in Grass Valley with Bryce Peeler when he gets out of prison. And Bryce Peeler is a legend up in Grass Valley. Did I tell you when he got all camouflaged and on his body, going through the bushes, and got to his rival and stuck a knife to his throat and drew blood and said, "You're lucky I don't kill you." Yeah, that's legendary shit. And he was a methamphetamine cook, but he's not gonna have to do that because he's my best friend, he's my brother, and I'm gonna be a billionaire, Dana. And Joe Rogan fucked up. He should have helped me a long time ago, but you don't like me, so you probably told Joe, "Don't touch." Mistake, man. You had your chance. I'm gonna make a call to my friend Mike and get 2 ounces for free. Well, actually, because I sent Bryce $50 for cigarettes in Salinas Valley State Prison, I'm getting 2 ounces of marijuana given to me. That's a come up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Peace out. Oh, 760-809-1744. If you want to set up a fight, Dana, I fucking knock you the fuck out. I don't even have to try to do it.